So now we're going to talk about the areas for improvement for the delivery of our activities inside. So I think the first main one is that we forgot our plans. All of us as a group, me included, we all forgot our plans, which we'd planned out, which wasn't ideal. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't, but on this specific week, it didn't hinder us massively because we had to change our plans anyway. So had we have had out a rainy day plan, for example, and we'd forgotten that, then yeah, that would have been a pain because obviously we needed it for that week. But given that we hadn't planned for it, we didn't necessarily need our planning books. It would have helped with the understanding and the objectives with the animal jumping and the target throwing activity, but it wouldn't necessarily have helped with the session as a whole, if that makes sense. So that was, it was an area for improvement. Definitely bring the plan, but it could have hindered us more than it did if we were outside, for example. So secondly, for an area improvement is we all forgot whistles. We didn't take whistles, and without whistles it is really hard to get the children under control because you need something which is going to grab their attention, and sometimes people shouting at them just doesn't do it. It's white noise to them. They just keep on doing whatever they're doing, and especially us as, I'd say I wouldn't technically class us as adults yet. We're bordering young adults, so with older children, to them, why would they necessarily want to listen to older children who are just calling them in or trying to shout at them? You know, they're not going to. So with a whistle, it would have been far easier to control them. Like, have a little blast on that, everything goes silent, you can get their attention nice and quick, and you can pick up from the break where you left off, which would have made it so much easier to transfer from activity to activity, or even just a little pause in the activity where you blow your whistle, you say, right, how do you think this activity is going? Then you can get them back underway again. It's so much quicker than having to wait or like just shout at them and then they don't react, and you end up waiting for a good 3-4 minutes before you've got all their attention, when all that time you could have been doing the actual activity inside. So yeah, I think that's definitely an area of improvement. Definitely take whistles, just make sure you're getting their attention nice and quick. And lastly, I did touch on it in the strengths for delivery, but I feel like it could have been done more. So I think it was my first or second strength was that we adapted our tone to suit the children, but it only got most of them enthusiastic about it. I feel that if we'd have changed it a little bit more, then we could have, got more of the children sort of excited and enthusiastic about what we were going to do. So yeah, obviously it's more difficult for someone like me and my voice. It's very monotone, isn't it? So it's definitely something for me to try and improve on, is to work on how I'm talking to the children. Yeah, I did a good job at it, but obviously I didn't do a good enough job if not all of them are feeling up for it and enthusiastic about what they're going to do. So yeah, it's just a personal improvement really, more so than anything.